Okay, so you are,
Alex Simmons.
and you run the Kids Comic Con.
I'm the founder, creator, and I co-produce it. I co-produce it with a gentleman named Eugene Adams, who works at BCC, Bronx Community College.
Bronx Community College. So, what's Kids Comic Con all about?
The short story, so I don't like use up all your tape. The Kids Comic Con, I always felt that comic books belong not only to adults but to kids. And over the past 25 years or more, it's really moved drastically towards adults. And if you go to the major conventions, even some of the smaller ones, you see some kids filtered in there, but it was mostly adult bodies. A lot of the material was for adults, the stories were for adults. And the kids were finding it harder and harder to find the material. And that's what spoke to me. So I wanted to create a convention where young people, when I say kids, I don't mean just like 5-year-olds or 8-year-olds. I'm talking about kids from anywhere from 6 on up to 18, where young people could come and find some of the material that existed for them. Just the fun stories, the adventure stories, the action stories that didn't necessarily have a lot of gore or extreme vulgarity or extreme nudity, all that in it, that I knew was out there, but you couldn't find for all the hype on the other material. It was also a place where kids could come and meet the artists, because that's what excited me when I was a kid and I went to cons. I could meet people who wrote stories and drew stories, and that helped me aspire to what I became. So I wanted to make that environment possible, and Bronx Community College and Eugene Adams made that possible for me.
So it's kind of like a return to innocence.
Yeah, that's a really nice way of putting it. It's certainly a safer route to walk these days than some of the other things we see.
That's great. So how can people get involved with the Kids Comic Con?
Well, I mean, there's a ton of different ways. I mean, obviously, come. It's April 25th, which is a Saturday. It's on the campus of Bronx Community College in the Bronx, 181st Street and University Avenue. I plugged. But other ways to volunteer, they can go to our website, which is www.kidscomiccon.com, and they can, plug in there. They can send us a letter. They can vote in the Kids Comic Con Comic Awards. They can see what the kids are doing and send us comments on that. That's another way they can do it. Publishers or artists can write and participate in the event from that side of it, be there to work with kids, do sketches with them, do workshops. We have workshops where the children can learn better drawing techniques or just explore drawing for the first time, just for the fun of it. So that would be good. Publishers can certainly donate. As a matter of fact, office supply places like Staples or Office Max people can donate supplies for the workshops and things that we do. So there's a lot of different ways, but it's the events for children. So all the things we do and all the things we need would be for the kids, and there's a lot of ways that people can get involved. Just contact us.
So if you have a kid and they're interested in comics, definitely come.
That's the place to be. With over the past 2 years that we've done it, we started in 2007. The past 2 years, we've never had less than about 50 professional comic book artists, writers, publishers, and editors there just to work with the kids. And then we've had over 800 children and some adults come. So absolutely, you have access to the inspiration, to the material. Remember, when kids come through the front door, the first thing they get is a bag of books, comics, graphic novels, or whatever, a little smorgasbord of different comics. So they definitely are going to have something to read and enjoy, whether they do anything else there or not. But like I said, you have all those other opportunities, so that's definitely the place to be.
Thank you very much. My pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Kids Comic Con.